Welcome comrades to the first tutorial. I'm going to show you how to make a map, and it's very easy. But okay, let's start. So I show you the three functions of terrain deforming. You have bell and flat, they are almost the same. You have to set the height, and then you can paint the height of the terrain. Let's say I set 100 and I choose to paint something. So let's adjust the camera. With F you have free look, and with the middle mouse button you can scroll down or up. From F1 to F6 you have also other views, just from the game. And if you hold your left and right mouse button you can rotate your camera also. So press tab, you'll get a mini-map. You have to refresh it manually. Dark Gradient 2 doesn't do it. I don't know why, but okay. No, we have also flat. Well, it speaks for its own. And with plus on the numpad you can adjust the square, and with the minus you can make it small. Well, smooth, also known, that's not something special. You just have to get on some edges, and yeah, you can go smooth. You can set. Okay. Well, what first you have to do in a Dark Gradient 2 map? Well, we're starting to making a new map. So click Tools and New. I use the map size 300. Well, I use a dome world. So easy. Nothing special. As you see, you have a blank map and small. Nice. Okay, so first what we are going to do is make some edges, because Dark Gradient 2 units fall off the map at the edges, so we have to make it impossible to get to it. Now let's start. Now I will deselect race and paint, and I will select 50. Well, a top-down view is here great. Be sure to save your map very often, because Dark Gradient 2 map editor can crash. That's the most stupid thing can happen. That you have a map and you didn't save it. Well, that happened to me a few times, but that's no problem. I always remake the map. So yeah. But just so you know. Well, this is the beginner technique. Later I'm going to show you some advanced tricks with terrain forming. We are going to do it with an external program on the Windows. Okay, we have the edges. Later in the tutorial we are going to make it impossible, and well, we are going to make it beautiful. So we have our terrain deformed. You know the basics. Well, let's advance to the advanced section. Okay, so let's continue with the advanced tutorial. Let's start making a new map. I use now the size 600. And yeah, you can use, let's use jungle. So you see there are these ugly squares. They will also be visible in game. So what we are gonna do is select load. We load any map. And now select new. and make our previous template. As you see, the gray scars are gone. Okay, so let's put I don't like the fork, so I'm going to change the far plane. You can look further away, like that. But again, that's yeah, optional for you in creating map. Okay, I've already created a height map. I'm going to load it. That's a bit advanced. I'm not going to show you now how to make a height map. It's in a TGA format, Targa, with 16 bits per pixel, and well, any size you want. It has to be grayscale. Well, I press Ctrl Alt F10. I just dip in studio.import bitmap space and then the path to the map, and then an I.3, or you can do .10 or even min.10. Well, it's what you want. So I import it. As you see, it has loaded a nice map. I had make then GIMP. Well, Photoshop well crashed. Okay. I have showed the deform, but I didn't show the erase, so I'm going to show it now. Well, if you deselect deform, you can't erase, as you see. So deform has to be turned on, and if you select smooth and you have erase on, well, the normal smooth function will work. If you select flat and you have erase, it will erase the terrain a bit, as you see. So, and with bill, yes, it erases also the terrain a bit. That's no problem. As you see here. Okay. What we are now going to do is make the map bug free, so the units like airplanes or space shuttles won't go out the map, they won't go lost. You see, this is normal grass. So yeah, you're going to make it impossible for airplanes, and that's it. Deselect deform and trace, select paint only. Then if there is something with a prefix air or air, that means that the air units cannot pass it, also ground units cannot pass it. So I select, let's say, cliff air, because this looks more like a cliff, not like a mountain, and I'll paint it. So yeah, planes cannot go away from the map, they won't go lost because of the edge map and bug in dark grading 2. Okay, so as you see, I have painted it, and yep. So any airplanes cannot travel through it. Now, okay, and some terrains are also affecting units, like dirt. They slow down units, or here in dark grading 2 they speed up. So let's make a bit of a way. Well, I said we had to save often, so let's do that now. We select tools, save. Select the folder you want to save in. I have just select standard multiplayer maps, and then I name my map like, let's say, my first map tutorial. So save. Sometimes it takes a long time, but this is just the terrain with the painting, so it takes a second to save. Okay, hill sounds something like it's impossible for units. Well, let's make it just here, so air units can pass it. So it looks nicer on the map. Okay, we did a bit painting, but you can do a lot more stuff on the terrain to make it look beautiful. When you press on the keyboard any key from 1 to 9 or 0, not the numpad, but just the keys, you get different menus like objects, terrain colors, water, regions, text, curves, trials, spatial. Well, we won't use all of it. We will use only one, the terrain. We'll use 3, the terrain color, and we use 0 for the brush overlay. But let's go back to 1. Select the resource, because our commanders need resources to make battle vehicles and tanks. Well, let's make here something for resources, and yeah, nice place by the way. So something to fight for, yeah. And let's change the size, and here a little, and here. Oh, that can large. Okay, so as you see, we have now the ground for resources. It's not needed. You may also just put the resources on the grass or something, but this just looks nice. Okay, now go to 0 on your keyboard, and now you can choose you modulate, add, glow. Well, we will use modulate, and here you have different brushes. That's just paintings you can add on your map. Let's say we had here one, here, and here. So nice, just 2 paintings. But we are going to make the resources nice. Well, with on the plus and minus on the numpad, you can make it larger and smaller. Either this, and make it here smaller. So and yeah, just be creative. It doesn't need to be always perfect. You can also do something like this. But yeah, just be creative. You have also different sizes of the modulate if you want to stretch them or whatever. Yeah, just like plus and minus on the numpad. That's no problem for us. Okay, now go to 3 on your keyboard. Oh, just this is 1. Now select 3. That's something about terrain, but also different. If you double click any color here, you can select the color range you want. Let's select blue. I do it. You may select the color you want, and let's paint something here. Well, see, this is not black. That's normal, because we have cycle gradient. Could also make cycle sharp. Well, it doesn't affect it. Irregular. But okay, that's just in green with blue. If you select red, you can paint the red color on the map. Let's see, here's some blood, and here's some blood here. It's also nice. Good look for the map. Or you can also, if you are creative, you can make many more things with that. It's just like paint, but bit more confusing, but that's not a problem. Also with plus and minus you can change size. So nice painted. Just a red logo, and let's say we'll make a green logo, or even yellow. Well, it doesn't affect it that much on green, but let's try another color. So light blue, yeah, does something.